When Europeans came to Africa for the first time, it was not positive expectations, it was negative. Africa was spoken of as the dark continent, the Bourneville of continents, like other continents, but with a deeper, richer taste. A few ships had made it to Africa and brought back vague tales of a dangerous place with black-skinned tribesmen. They had grown up reading about how it was full of cannibals, monsters, and savages. It's difficult for modern people to grasp how scared people were of Africa because we know about the world now. There was no 1600 version of Wikipedia. They actually had no idea what the interior of Africa was like. They knew it was dangerous. They thought of Africa the way we think of Mordor. And despite that, they went there to explore. There is a bravery to these early explorers that I must admire. Even getting on a boat and sailing was brave in itself. Remember, back then, people believed that the world was flat, but nobody was 100% sure. If I even suspected that the world was flat, I would stay very near the middle. You may be thinking, this is all history. Oh, it's not relevant to our modern, enlightened perspective. But that image of the scary African continent full of ignorant savages has persisted. Proof? I'm sure you've all heard those conspiracy theories claiming that Egyptians could not have built the pyramids. It must have been aliens. Why is it more believable to some people that little green men came from the stars and built the pyramids than backwards Africans? And even a lot of people who do accept the Egyptians' achievements, they don't think that they looked like Africans. They think they looked like Elizabeth Taylor.
I was in the highly acclaimed production of Antony and Cleopatra at Old Vic, with my wife as Cleopatra.
I looked at your resume. Weren't you an understudy?
I got on for 2 matinees when Sir Alec was down with food poisoning. I never got to the bottom of that. It's nothing to do with me.
It's not just the Egyptians. One of the biggest empires in Africa was the Empire of the Songhai, which spanned from Mali to Sudan in the 15th and 16th century. One of the most accomplished scholars was Ahmed Baba, and he wrote 40 books about philosophy and astronomy. But how could he have written books? The Europeans hadn't yet come over and taught Africans how to read. And when I say these opinions still exist, I'm not even talking about 30 years ago with somebody's slightly racist nana. Donald Trump, earlier this year, referred to African nations as
shithole countries.